back and relax. We're just gonna shine a few lights in your eyeballs.
They want you. Oh!
How you feeling? You feeling a little seizure-y? No, but I'm feeling like my brain's gonna explode.
We got some more Brewstew today. We're gonna be checking out Brewstew compilation, starting off with Brewstew Seizure. Ooh, what's going on? Seizure's childhood injuries. Man, this guy just can't catch a break. Oh my God. Glad you're alive though.
All right, this is a story about when I was 11 years old and my brain decided to go all screwy and have itself a seizure. And seizures aren't very fun. I wouldn't really recommend having any, especially if you're 11. All right, so my friend Steven is over my house, and he brought his dumbass little brother Matt along with him.
I remember you, Matt.
Steven's playing his Game Boy, and Matt and I are playing some Pokemon cards. We're having a good old time. Now, normally I would whoop Matt's ass at Pokemon cards 6 ways to Sunday.
That's so crazy. I liked Pokemon cards, but did not ever know how to play the actual game. But I knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Bro, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was just superior when it came to the actual game. When it come to Pokemon cards or the actual collecting of the cards, Pokemon, you know, kind of did beat Yu-Gi-Oh! Just a little bit, just a little bit.
6 ways to Sunday. But on this day, the unimaginable was happening. I'm sitting there on the ropes. I got my shitty-ass little Weedle card.
He's about to win.
He's got a Blastoise on steroids. He's got like Mark McGuire arms and shit. Let's hit some dingers. Jesus Christ. I'm about to lose to Steven's little brother.
What do you do?
Piece of shit loses to Steven's little brother. So
do you flip the cards, like mess them up?
I'm hoping for a miracle at this point, and lo and behold, a miracle does happen. Everything goes black.
Oh.
I fall over like a sack of potatoes. I start foaming at the mouth like a wild animal. I'm having what some people would call a seizure.
So you're telling me your brain just couldn't fathom the fact that Matt, you know, Steven's little brother, was about to beat you at Pokemon, that it just decided to shut itself off? I mean, that's one way to win the game, or at least to not lose the game, because you can't finish the game if your opponent's having a seizure. What a cop-out.
A seizure. And I didn't even get to have one of the fun seizures. You know, where you're
There were
flopping
fun
around
ones?
like a fish.
Oh.
No, I just laid there, half dead, eyes wide open. What a ripoff. Now, Steven and Matt, they see this whole thing, and
Do they
think
not
I'm
know what's
faking
going
it.
on?
Oh, come on. I was just about to win. Stop laying there being an asshole.
Wow.
Who the hell knows how long I laid there before my dad finally walked in?
Wow.
What kind of shit do you guys want on your hot dogs? Whoa, what the hell happened to him? Ooh, I want ketchup. Oh, yeah, we think your son's dead. Now, I don't remember any of this because my brain doesn't work anymore, apparently. The next thing that I did remember is waking up on the couch with everybody staring at me. What the hell? Why is everybody staring at me?
Did nobody take me to the hospital?
Shitty surprise birthday party? The paramedics bust through the door.
Okay.
They carry me to the ambulance. I'm still completely oblivious to what's going on. You know I can walk, right? I have legs that work. Yeah, but you don't have a fucking brain that works, apparently. So we're at the hospital trying to figure out why my brain suddenly turned into a bowl of mashed potatoes. My mom's absolutely positive that the reason I had a seizure was because all those nights I stayed playing Nintendo 64.
That's parents for you. That is parents for you. But I'm pretty sure that video games do display that warning, seizure warning, flashing lights, yada, yada, yada. Or is that just for legal reasons? But mothers would love to blame all of their kids' problems on video games and the internet and other things, other than the fact that it could just be something wrong with their kid.
It was that goddamn Poketron Stadium. I know it.
Poketron
Stadium. I know exactly what happened. The thought of me losing to Steven's stupid little brother was so abstract to my brain that it tried to explode itself. That's the only logical reason. So at this point, I have to have an MRI done. And if you've never had an MRI done before, then you don't know what hell on earth is. It's where they slide you into this big tube so they can take pictures of your broken ass brain. Now, I'm not a claustrophobic person. Or maybe I should say I wasn't a claustrophobic person before
until you get the MRI.
There's something about being strapped down and put into a giant tube that kind of makes you feel uneasy. I'm never getting out of this thing. I'm gonna die and stay here forever. So I'm a little apprehensive. The nurse comes over and she's like, "It's okay to be nervous. We're gonna put some music through these earbuds to help ease your mind. What kind of music do you like?
A hot nurse?
You guys got any Limp Bizkit? Let me check."
That's all they had? Oh my gosh, this was before Spotify.
Perfect. As if this couldn't get any worse.
My experience in an MRI wasn't fun either. Bruh, I'm already kind of a claustrophobic person because I am wide, I am large and in charge. I don't fit into much spaces. So the MRI just made it like 10 times worse. And I didn't have music to listen to help ease the mood. I didn't have nothing at all. I just had claustrophobia, anxiety, and I was sweating a bit, bro. I had like sweat going down my ass crack. It was just not a fun experience at all.
So they slide me into this tube of hell, and they're like, okay, this machine's a little noisy. Just try to focus on your music. Oh, yeah, a little noisy.
So
That's a
loud.
bit of an understatement, don't you think? So much for the goddamn
So
muffin,
loud.
man. I can't hear anything. So there I am, completely stuck in a tube, listening to R2-D2 have loud sex with a garbage disposal. Every now and then the machine
my
would
God.
stop. Goddamn muffin man would chime back into my ears. So this goes on for 45
guy's
minutes.
funny.
And I'm thinking to myself, wow,
I like
I
him.
never knew this circle of hell existed. Lucky me. When I finally get out of that thing, I'm like, hey, thanks a bunch, guys, but I think I'd rather have the seizures than do that shit again. So at this point, we had to wait for the doctor to look at the results. And I'm
All
not
right, what
saying
was the
my doctor
diagnosis?
was stupid, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't all the way there. What the hell is this big blobby thing?
It's a brain.
That's the brain, doctor.
Oh my
yeah. All right.
God.
Well, that's good, right? I don't know. There I am, waiting to be diagnosed, hoping I get some answers finally. Oh man, I hope it's not brain AIDS. I bet I got AIDS in the brain, Mom. I should have never listened to that Nickelback CD.
Brain AIDS? Is that what kids were worried about in the 90s? Yo, hospitals as a whole, man, the less I have to go to them, the better. I do not like them. They just don't, they're not places I ever want to be in, man.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Oh,
the good
God.
news is your son has a brain in his head. And the bad news is, what was your question again? Why did he have a
Bruh.
seizure? Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't really know. So now I have to get an EEG test.
Someone
and
fire
an
this
EEG
doctor.
test is when they glue a bunch of electrodes to your head and they sit you in front of a strobe light. I remember thinking a strobe light, oh my God, they're trying to make me have a seizure now.
That's
What
the point,
a bunch
right?
of assholes.
That's the
Okay,
point.
just sit back and relax. We're just gonna shine a few lights in your eyeballs.
They want you. Oh!
How you feeling? You feeling a little seizure-y? No, but I'm feeling like my goddamn brain's gonna explode. Oh man, I thought you'd be flopping all over the floor by
my
now.
God.
Well, I guess we could hit you in the head with this frying pan and see what happens. So after all this hellacious testing, my doctor concludes that he doesn't really know why I had a seizure.
All right,
Sometimes your
just-
brain's just stupid, I guess. I don't
just
know.
a
What do I
random
look like, a
seizure.
doctor? So I never figured out why, and I never had a seizure since then. But there's
Cool.
one good thing that came from this whole shitty mess.
You didn't
and that was
lose.
from then on, I could always fake a seizure and get out of losing any game. Aha, checkmate. I win. Oh, God damn it, not again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my original hypothesis of he couldn't fathom losing to Steven's younger brother, so his brain just shut off. That was the only way to ensure to not lose. He didn't win, but he also didn't lose.
All right, now I don't know about you, but a big part of my childhood was getting hurt on a daily basis. Over the years, I've suffered many a childhood injury because, well, I was a stupid little kid that made stupid decisions. But I'm sure I'm not the only one, right?
You're
I mean,
not,
we've all
you're not.
attempted to bunny hop over one of our friends
I have
before,
scars
on the
to
middle
prove it.
street, you know, for fun.
Poor
right?
Michael.
Remember? Well, today, in honor of being a stupid little kid, I'd like to go over 3 prominent injuries that I suffered
Let's
as a
get
child
it.
in no particular order.
I'll show y'all mine
Number
too.
1. All right, now if you guys weren't sliding down your stairs with a sleeping bag when you were a
We
kid,
were.
I don't know what the
We
fuck
were.
you were doing with your life. To me as a child, there was no cheaper adrenaline rush than going 0 to
Yeah.
60 down 14 steps in your living room.
We didn't use sleeping bags, but we used mattresses. So we had mattresses and we would just go down the stairs. Yo, the way you entertain yourself as a kid with your siblings when your parents aren't home, it was different, man. It was different. Because it's not like we had like the PlayStation or the Xbox or the GameCube. No, we just had each other in our imagination and the things in our house. So going down the stairs on a mattress was one of the most fun things you can ever do.
And sure, I'd get hurt. I'd get hurt all the time. But it didn't matter because that fucking staircase would call out to me all the time. Hey, you little 8-year-old bitch. I bet you can't slide down my ass with your fucking Steve Urkel sleeping bag. Oh, bitch-ass stairs. I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah,
You're
let
on.
Stairs know. Let him know.
Ah, my pelvis. Now, sliding down the stairs with a
Steve
sleeping
Urkel.
bag is all well and fine, but if you were a real motherfucker, you went down the
Mattress.
stairs in a laundry basket
Okay.
like a fucking professional.
I
now, I've
guess.
only attempted this feat
Okay.
one time in my childhood, and that was with my dumbass friend Michael at his house.
Michael!
And keep in mind, we did this shit for fun. We did not do this on a dare. There was no money involved. There was no fucking camera crew there recording us. Hi, I'm Tyler from Brewstew Films. Welcome to Jackass.
Hey, somebody's gonna get hurt
just
now.
2 kids, a laundry basket, and a dream. That's all we needed. I mean, we did have adult supervision, all right? We weren't complete maniacs. We had fucking Michael's drunk-ass stepdad passed out in the living room. It'll be
my
fine.
God.
And in our heads, this little stunt was going to work flawlessly. We were going to maneuver this Kmart laundry basket down a flight of steps, maybe do a fucking victory wheelie on the bottom
I don't know
landing,
about that.
then probably pop champagne bottles in the winner's circle of the goddamn laundry basket classic.
I've never went down the stairs in a laundry basket, so I won't be able to really give my professional opinion on whether or not this is a good idea, but apparently this is the way to do it. I just don't think it will be the smartest. Bro, a mattress, like you don't have no spare mattresses just laying around. I think that was the best way because you're nice, you're protected, it's soft, it's comfortable. So once you do have like a hard crash landing, you're not breaking something. Mattress for the win.
Instead of that happening, well, something like this
God.
happened instead.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Ah!
We crash onto the landing
That
like we're
must
on
have
the
hurt.
ass end of a Home Alone booby trap.
Ah!
The laundry basket explodes on impact. Michael's stepdad wakes up and he's like,
Yeah, he wakes
oh,
up.
shit, are you boys all right? Somebody call 911. Nah, just kidding. That
He's
didn't
mad.
happen.
He was
His
mad.
ass was so drunk he didn't even fucking wake up when
Oh,
we fell down
wow.
the stairs.
Didn't even care.
Ah, piss off, officer. I'm fine. I only had 2 beers. But if he had woken up, he would have
Wow.
woken up to the scene of 2 broken children at the bottom of a staircase. Not only did I bite the shit out of my tongue on the way down, but I
Ow.
fucked my right shoulder up 6 different ways to Sunday.
Is it
now,
dislocated?
Did I dislocate my shoulder? Did I possibly break my clavicle in half? I have no idea because I didn't tell anybody about it afterwards. All I know is that my
Idiots.
shoulder fucking hurt for multiple months afterwards, and I lost a good 12 miles an hour off my Little League fastball.
Damn, bro. Consequences. Look at the consequences to your actions. But I actually have a similar injury. Well, not similar at all, but I jumped off of an escalator and I gashed my leg open and I didn't want to tell anybody. And I still have a scar to this day and it still kind of bothers me to this day. So yeah, I understand you, Brewstew. Sometimes you just don't want to tell anybody because you're embarrassed.
An hour off my Little League fastball. Hell, even today as an adult, if I wipe my ass too quickly on the toilet, I get a sharp pain in between my fucking shoulder blades. Ah, goddamn laundry
Just
basket
from-
bullshit. But
just
hey,
from wiping
whatever.
your ass?
No severe damage done, I guess. Kids will be kids, right? Kids will be kids.
Number 2.
Well, if slinging yourself down the family staircase isn't your idea of fun, well, let me tell you about another little stunt that we would do as kids. And this little stunt involved a
Michael.
skateboard and a bike with pegs. And what we like to do as children is somebody would ride the bike as fast as they could, while another kid sat on a
What?
skateboard and held onto the pegs for dear life.
Y'all are
and tried their best
daredevils.
not to eat shit on the fucking asphalt. Yeah, what a rootin' tootin' time that was, huh?
Oh my
This was
God.
a goddamn game that we played all the time.
Yo, these kids may just be nuts, man. What is wrong with them? I am not hanging out with this friend group. Is this just how kids back in the 90s used to play? Y'all used to just take baseball bats and just bash each other's kneecaps in for laughs and giggles? Was this just fun to y'all?
It was a game that we called Hang On to the Pegs Until You Die.
I like the name.
Okay.
You should trademark it.
And of course, we didn't have any helmets or knee pads
Of course not.
or
Naturally.
fucking adult
Why-
supervision.
Why
Aside
would
from
you?
the neighbors watching us through their window and shit. Oh, honey, come here, quick. There's a bunch of dirty little kids doing Evil Knievel shit out in the street. Well, on one particular day while we were outside
man lived in
playing the
South
Hang On
Park.
to the Pegs Until You Die game, or Hot Pega, if you will,
Hot
I
Pega.
was determined to set our all-time neighborhood record. Now, what that
Ooh.
record was, I have no idea. I don't know if it was distance or time spent on the skateboard or whatever the fuck. All I know is I was like, y'all better save your pennies for that big-ass holographic Guinness Book of World Records,
Okay.
because I'm about to
I
be
like
on the
that.
cover of that bitch. Now, my
Ooh.
friend David was the one that
I
was
remember
on
those.
the bike during this little fiasco, and I don't know if he was just feeling ambitious or if he just skipped his
he
fucking
go
riddling
ex-
that day or
he
what.
go extra
But his
fast?
ass started pedaling like he just robbed a goddamn liquor store at knife point. The skateboard starts shaking,
Oh my
doing
God.
that death rattle thing that happens when you're going way too fucking fast on a skateboard. You can hear a goddamn sonic boom echo out throughout the neighborhood and shit. The entire time I'm like, David, stop! Stop, David! Stop the goddamn bike! I'm gonna fucking die!
Yo, David legit said,
I bet you said you're gonna set the world record. I bet you said save up our pennies so we can go ahead and buy that holographic Guinness World Record book. I bet we'll see.
I think what makes Brewstew so funny is the fact that these animations are like so crudely drawn. It's just like South Park to me, man. Like, it's not insanely good drawings. It's not bad, but it's not insanely good. And then you have like some funny stories with some, you know, more adult vulgar language. It just gives me South Park vibes, and I love it.
I'm gonna fucking die. But David on that day did not stop.
He don't
David
care.
apparently was trying to break the goddamn land speed record on a fucking Huffy BMX bike. Well, next thing you know, the skateboard hits a pebble out in the middle of the street, and I go skittering throughout the road like a fucking poorly animated cartoon. Now, I don't know if you've ever slid to a stop on asphalt using nothing but your face and hands before.
That's not
it's not
fun.
as fun as it sounds. One side of my face was completely scraped up, covered in road rash, but the palms of my hands were even worse because, well,
That's
I didn't
the
have
worst
any fucking
part.
palms in my hands anymore.
Ooh.
They were lying 14 feet behind me in the middle of the fucking street. Now, it's worth noting that this all happened just a few days prior to school picture day.
Oh,
well, you can
God.
bet your ass that year, I didn't even fucking go to picture day.
Yeah.
The hell with that, what's the
You
point?
would've been
I'm gonna have
rough.
my picture taken when I look like the fucking district attorney of Gotham City, for fuck's sake? No thank you.
Two-Face.
But hey, whatever. No severe damage done. Kids will be kids and all that shit, right?
I'm starting to realize that a lot of the injuries that we get are really from childhood, and we just take them with us to adulthood, man. I only have one major injury from adulthood, and while it is the one of the worst injuries I've ever had, childhood injuries are definitely worse, bro. Like, we have scars that are permanent and won't go away from all the dumb ish that we did when we were kids. If you don't have any scars, that means you just didn't have a good enough childhood, low key.
Number 3.
All right, now this last childhood injury happened a very long time ago. It was way back when my dad would take me with him to go play pickup basketball games
got
at the
the
park. Yeah, that's right.
sweatband
Back in
on.
the day, my dad was basically fucking Woody Harrelson's ass
Ah,
in
why
the
can't
movie White Men
jump?
Can't Jump. What a time to be alive. Well, while him and Wesley Snipes would be on the court hustling the shit out of people for money, my little ass would be hanging out in the playground. And it was during one of these sessions on the playground where I was on top of
Your
the
dad's a
jungle gym
hooper.
doing kid shit, minding my own business, when all of a sudden some punk-ass kid
Oh,
from down
God.
below
What
starts
is he
talking
gonna
shit
do?
to me. Hey, you up there.
And why is
You're
it a ginger?
fucking fart knocker. How do you like that shit?
The same
Now,
thing
first,
happened to
I
me.
was just confused because I had no idea who this kid was or why he was throwing out unsolicited fart knocker insults all willy-nilly. But this little freckled fuck just kept going on and on and on. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you dick toucher. You like to touch all the gross dicks, don't you? So I lean over the railing and look down, and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, the only dick I touch is my own, you piece of shit. Or whatever
There you
the hell
go.
I said.
There you
Look,
go,
I don't
Brew.
have the exact
Tyler.
transcript of this conversation, all right? It doesn't matter what was said. What matters is 5 seconds later, I lean a little too
Oh!
far forward, and I
Oh!
accidentally fling myself
Oh!
over the railing. So I plummet 15 feet to the ground, and
Were
I
there
cracked
wood
the back
chips?
of my head
Ooh,
so
okay.
hard that I swear I forgot what the fuck my middle name was.
How embarrassing. And you just did that in front of the kid who was just making fun of you, calling you a
Meat toucher.
Same thing happened to me. A ginger kid, ooh, is that not the right word? Or a redheaded freckled kid was bullying me and making fun of me and hurting my feelings. Why is it that they are just the ones that just want to aggress against people?
Well, that little freckled piece of shit thinks I just died on impact, so
is
he's
he
like,
scared?
Sorry I said all those things about you touching dick. See you later. Now look, I'm not gonna lie here. After falling and cracking my head on the ground, I cried like a little schoolboy bitch.
Naturally. I don't blame you, bro.
Now, thank God my dad was right there, fucking on the whole other side of the park,
Just over
still
here
playing
hooping.
basketball, so he didn't hear me crying like a big fucking wussy crybaby. I eventually calmed down, and it's pretty apparent that I sustained a head injury of some sort.
concussion,
There's a pretty significant
probably.
ringing going on in my ears. The outside is all of a sudden a lot brighter than I remember it being. Now, did I suffer a concussion of some sort? Did I possibly fracture my fucking skull? I have
Maybe.
no idea because I didn't tell anybody afterwards. Naturally. All
This
I
man
know
does
is that
not
I got
tell
in the car
nobody.
to go home that day, and I just pretended that nothing even happened. Boy, I sure hustled the shit out of those guys. How was the playground? Did you have fun? Playground? What's a playground? What the fuck is my middle name? But hey, whatever. Kids will be kids. No big deal. I was fine. Who cares if I had to fucking relearn how to write my name in
Oh,
cursive?
you'll be fine,
Figure it out.
Tyler.
It's not a big deal. So there you have it. There's 3 childhood injuries that stand out in my mind. And if you guys like this video, well, guess what? I could probably make 2 or 3 more cartoons on the same
have a
subject
second one
because
coming
I
up.
fucked myself up on a regular basis as a kid.
For all of my men subscribers out there, do you remember the last time you cried? And I mean cried from like physical pain, like you stubbed your toe or like you fell and hit your head or something. I don't mean emotionally cry because grown men are still emotionally crying because these women out here, woo, They're doing something to these men, bro. You got to realize that, these women, they can do you dirty. So make sure your heart's protected because you don't want to be their next victim.
All right, childhood injuries, part 2.
Part
Now, you haven't seen
2.
my first episode on this subject. Well, long story short, I've screwed myself up many a time as a stupid little kid in the 90s. So today, I'd like to talk about 3 more childhood injuries that I sustained because what the hell? I was a big stupid idiot back then.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Number 1.
Now, this first story took place back when we had
Michael,
wrestled in the front
why
yard
you mad?
kids. Surprise, surprise. And on this particular day, I'm wrestling my friend Michael.
Okay,
now,
y'all
Michael
wrestling.
was not my favorite person to wrestle because he was a dirty-ass fighter. He was notorious for, kicking people in the balls when they weren't looking. If you had him in, a chokehold of some sort, he'd, lick your fucking forearm and shit. Sick, Michael, what the hell? Well, on this particular day, instead of having, our normal run-of-the-mill wrestling match, my friend David decides to drag a fucking 10-foot ladder out of his garage, and we're going to have ourselves a little ladder match in his front yard.
No!
Yeah, what the hell did you guys do for fun as kids?
Yeah, this man Tyler is nuts. I keep saying it every single time, but him and his friend group, I don't know what was going through their heads, but bro, were y'all adrenaline junkies? Because it's one thing to wrestle. Boys, we wrestled. That was a common thing. But to have a ladder match, nah, that's a whole different scenario, bro. Nope, I'm not joining your WWE.
Yeah, what the hell did you guys do for fun as kids? Play Duck, Duck, Goose like a bunch of pussies? Yeah, well, we had fucking ladder matches in the front yard on a Tuesday at 4:30 in the afternoon. No big deal, it's fine. It was normal back then. Now, the whole point of a ladder match is for you to beat the hell out of your friend to such a degree that you're able to scale a ladder and grab a styrofoam championship belt that you got at
usually they kick the ladder.
If you did that, you were the champion of the front yard.
While you're climbing up
So
it.
me and Michael are out there wrestling. And by wrestling, I mean we're having a fucking fist fight on a ladder.
I got my money on
I
Michael.
end up kicking Michael in the teeth. He
Ow.
falls to the ground and explodes on impact. And
Ow.
lo and behold, I'm at the top of the ladder, hoisting that Kmart specialty championship belt above my head.
I lost my money.
Match is over. I won. Or so I thought that is.
He gonna
because that's
kick the
when
ladder.
Michael's salty ass decides to do a
He gonna kick
half-assed
it.
missile drop kick. And next thing you know, I'm plummeting off the tippity top of the ladder. Now, out of all the things you would not want to land on when you're falling off a ladder, I'd say the top of a fucking picket fence is pretty high up on the list. I fall crotch first on all the pointy parts of this picket fence, and I don't want to say that the fence went up my asshole, but the fence kind of went up my asshole.
Michael, I may just have to kill you, bro. I may just have to. What would I have to do? How would I get my lick back? What will be the equivalent to him kicking a ladder, me falling off, and landing booty hole first on a picket fence? I'm gonna have to brainstorm, but nonetheless, Michael, bro, this is why we don't wrestle with you. This is why we don't play games with you. This is why they bully you. I'm starting to see why now.
In fact, it kind of totally wrecked my whole nether region down there.
Oh
There's
my
fucking
gosh.
blood everywhere. I'm not gonna get into graphic detail, but it was fucked up, all right?
That's
all you gotta
nasty.
know. Now, was Michael remorseful that he
Not at all.
almost murdered me with a picket fence? Well, probably not, considering he just walks over, fucking farts on me, and then he just goes home. That was it. All right, I'm done here. Fuck you guys and your stupid ladder matches. I'm going home to watch Animaniacs. But hey, at least I got that sweet styrofoam Kmart championship belt. That was completely worth it, right?
Michael, funny.
No, probably not. Oh, well, what the hell.
Number 2.
All right, now this next story takes place back in my baseball days, and I'm over there standing on second base, looking at my coach over at third, who's standing there doing the fucking Macarena, which was our team's signal to steal third base. So I start running my little ass off like I just robbed a fucking Pet Supplies Plus. But what I didn't realize at the time was the other team's catcher was massive as hell. I don't know what year was on this kid's birth certificate or how many of his own kids were in the stands that day watching him play.
I am
but
12.
This big motherfucker threw that ball down to third base. I slide head first, and that ball hits me square right in the fucking eyeball. Within 30 seconds, my eyeball swells shut like I just lost a split decision with a
Oh my gosh.
shit. My coach is standing there like, right, way to use your head there. You're okay, right? Rub some dirt in it, you pussy. We got a game to win.
You got to remember, guys, Tyler is from the 90s. Like, he was growing up in the 90s. So people back then, they were just on a different kind of energy. Like, you were just expected to just take things and just man up and handle it, or you're a Nancy boy or whatever. I don't know about y'all, but if I take a baseball bat to the eyeball, bro, I'm not having fun no more.
I'm not having fun no more. I'm not manning up to do nothing. Somebody better buy me McDonald's and give me an ice pack because I am pissed pissed.
Now, you'd think that after getting pelted in the eyeball with a baseball, I'd be done for the game, right? Well, you gotta remember this was like 20 years ago when nobody gave a shit about little kids. So my little ass stayed in the game. The next inning, I go into bat, and my depth perception is completely fucked at this point. The pitcher goes to throw the ball, and I don't even see the fucking pitch. Well, next thing you know, I get drilled right in the fucking neck.
You just can't catch a
break.
break.
Ground like I just got shot by a rifle. Now,
This
if you've
isn't your
never been
sport.
decapitated by a fastball before as a kid. Well, here's what happens next. First, there's a collective Jesus Christ from everybody in the stands. Jesus Christ. Then your coach yells down something along the lines of, "Hey, all right, that's as good as a base hit. Walk it off now, you're all right. Rub
Walk
some dirt
it
in you
off?
pussy, we got a baseball game to win." And then
Okay.
everybody on the planet takes a knee as they watch you hobble your broken ass down to first base. But hey, at least we won the baseball game, right? No, we didn't win the baseball game.
Y'all
In fact,
didn't?
we might have gotten mercy that game,
Oh,
and it
wow.
was completely fucking pointless.
So you did it for nothing?
Well, what the fuck?
Wow.
Number 3.
For no reason.
Okie dokie. Now, this last incident occurred while I was hanging out at my cousin David's house. And on this particular day,
Okay,
we were
David's
playing a
his
little
cousin.
video game called Driver for the Sony PlayStation.
I never
now,
played
you've never
this.
played Driver for the Sony PlayStation before. Well, join the fucking club, because technically, I've never played it either. I mean, I've played the opening bullshit tutorial where you're stuck in a parking garage and you gotta do all these fucking car maneuvers within 60 seconds. I've played that part over and over and over again. You know why? Because it's impossible to get out of that goddamn thing. All this shit within
This
60
is the
seconds?
tutorial?
What the fuck is a slalom? Anybody have an idea? Well, not 9-year-old
that something
me and David,
Jewish
that's
people
for
do?
sure. Well, after
Shalom?
45 minutes
Shalom,
of
shalom?
us just getting our dicks slammed in a car door from Driver for the Sony PlayStation, we decide to head on down to the local library, because at the
Shabbat
local
shalom.
library, they got
That's what it
these
is.
magical internet boxes where you can go on.
CheatCodeCentral.com.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize they had cheat codes back then. I thought that was kind of like more of a 2000s kind of thing. Oh wow. Oh my god, and they had the internet too, bro. I'm born in 1996, so I was technically born in the 90s, but I grew up in the 2000s. So me and Tyler were kind of, we're different groups. So I'm not that old, so I'm not gonna always understand every single one of his references. But cheatcodecentral.com, did not know that was a thing.
CheatCodeCentral.com.
Sounds
And
like
you
that
can
was the
find
website
cheat codes
though.
for all sorts of video games.
Nice,
and maybe,
nice.
just maybe, we'll be able to find a cheat code to get out of that godforsaken fucking parking garage and Driver for the Sony PlayStation. So we headed to David's garage to get some bikes, and David had 2 bikes at this time in his life.
Okay.
One was his sweet-ass orange mongoose,
I like that,
and the
I like
other
that.
was a broken-ass bike that had no pedals on it.
Ooh.
Now, you might be sitting there watching this like, a bike with no pedals? How the hell do you ride a bike with no pedals on it? Oh, well, it's easy. All you gotta do is tie it up to the ass end of David's bike with a jump rope, and then
they
you
are
can have
wheels.
David Napoleon Dynamite your ass
Towing.
throughout
He's
the neighborhood
towing
like a
him.
complete fucking idiot. So there we
Yeah.
are with our shitty man-made tandem bike from hell. David's pulling me along. My life is completely in his hands. I gotta mimic every fucking movie makes, or else I'm gonna screw myself up 6 ways to Sunday.
There's no
Somehow,
pedals,
we
man.
flawlessly make it all the way to the
Nice.
library's parking lot. But that, of course, is where we encounter this big-ass fucking light post. Now, this all happened in a split second.
Oh, God.
But what
Oh, no.
happens
Oh,
next
no.
is
Y'all
David
both went
decides
the other
to go right
ways.
of the light post.
Yep, yep.
I decide to go left of the light post, and the jump rope stays right in the fucking middle. Well, since I'm about 50 pounds
God.
lighter than David's ass, I fling myself over the handlebars, I soar through the air like a goddamn Ninja Turtle, and then I scutter throughout the library parking lot like a fucking poorly animated cartoon character.
Yep, I saw that coming from a mile away, man. A mile away. You should have just stood on the peg stands on the back of his bike if he did have that. Or we could have just walked, man, because, bruh, it seems like bikes and Brewstew, they're just not a good pair. They're just not a match. Just doesn't need to happen. I've had my fair share of injuries on my bicycle as well, but nothing like Brewstew be going through.
Meanwhile, David is completely oblivious.
He doesn't
Fucking
even
dragging
know.
10-speed behind him and shit. He finally stops and looks back, and he sees me in a bloody heap on the tarmac, and he doesn't even know what the hell happened. What the? Did you get assassinated? Did somebody shoot you with a rifle? What the fuck happened? And the only thing I can
Bruh.
manage to mutter out is fucking light post, David, god damn it. But hey, at least we got that cheat code to get out of the parking garage for a Driver for the Sony PlayStation, right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's right. There is no fucking cheat code to get out of the parking
So you
garage.
did it all for
a Driver
nothing,
the
huh?
Sony PlayStation. Doesn't
All
that
for
just suck
nothing.
ass? Oh, well, what the fuck? Who cares? So there you have it. Those are 3 more childhood injuries that I suffered as a kid. If you'd like to hear more of these stories about
I
me
actually
getting
like
hurt,
these.
well, let me know down in the comments.
want a part
Or
3.
don't. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what
I
to
want
do.
a part 3,
The end.
man. I also wonder, as kids, was our pain tolerance higher? As in, like, could we tolerate more pain, or was it lower? Because I don't know. As an adult, I just feel like I can't tolerate as much pain as I could when I was younger. As a kid, I used to get thrashed around, man, and I just like would stand up and be like, all right, I'm fine. But as an adult, man, I just wake up wrong. I sleep wrong. I go up the stairs wrong, and I'm injured for the rest of the week.
All right, so, well, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and tell another poop story. I don't know what you guys thought you signed up for when you subscribed to this channel, but I got a lot of poop
I'm down
stories, what
for
can I
it.
say?
I
And this one in
think.
particular is about the first time that I got food poisoning.
Let's
now,
get
this was
it.
years ago when I was in my early 20s and broke as hell. And when you're broke as
Oh,
hell,
yeah.
you tend to eat a lot of fast food. Now, I'm
You
not gonna
do,
tell you
you
which
do.
fast food place gave me food poisoning. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus
Which
because,
one is it?
Well, you know what? To hell with it. It was Arby's. How do you like that? Kiss my
You-
ass, Arby's. Your
you
goddamn
eat
beef and cheddar
Arby's!
gave me a bad case of the poops.
He
To the legal staff
Arby's.
of Arby's Incorporated, Brewstew Films apologizes in advance for slandering your ass 6
Brewstew
weeks Sunday
eats
in a shitty
Arby's!
six-figure cartoon. Please don't sue the shit out of us. Sincerely, Brewstew Films' robust legal team of Harvard lawyers.
Tyler, no, you eat Arby's?
Oh my god, I thought you were better than that!
Nah, you know, it's all jokes. Clearly, Arby's is still a business. It still makes money. People do eat Arby's. It's just, is everything okay in life?
Okay, so like I was saying, I ate a very delicious, but very tainted beef and cheddar sandwich from Arby's. And this naturally gave
Delicious?
me a very bad case of the poops several hours later. Now, what do I mean by a
Naturally?
very bad case of the poops?
It's
Well, if you've
Arby's!
ever read the classic Aesop's fable, The Boy Who Cried, I gotta shit,
Wolf?
and I gotta shit right now, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, what would happen for the next day and a half was that my stomach would be all like...
straight bubble
and then I'd have
guts.
precisely 14 seconds to find the nearest toilet before my asshole fell out and a river of shit destroyed the greater county area.
Yuck.
The thing is, as soon as I reached the toilet, instead of shitting out a cascade of ickiness, all I could muster out would be like half a turd at the most.
Oh, that's terrible.
No,
Constipated.
What the fuck, that was it? And
There's
this would
more.
repeat, I don't know, every 20 minutes or so.
That's
Just over and over again.
annoying.
You know, stomach, bathroom
Oh, that's annoying,
and
man.
squeaky fart, half a turd. Now, I don't know what I did in my life to wind up in whatever circle of hell I was in, but it couldn't have been at a worse time. Because I had a job interview the next morning to go try to work at a shitty car dealership
Oh,
for the rest of my
no.
life. I don't have time to be dealing with a poop episode right now, that's for sure.
All right, I feel for you, Tyler, bro. Those be the worst. They be the worst. When you have the bubble guts, but your guts won't even relieve themselves. It's just toying with you. It's just edging you. And there's no way you could do an interview with bubble guts, bro. It is impossible because you can't be comfortable. You're going to be moving around constantly. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be uncomfortable. They're going to see it on your face that you need a boo-boo, bro. You can't do that.
And you might be asking yourself, well, then why don't you go to a doctor? Well, for one, like I said, I was broke as hell and I live in America, so there's that. And for two, even if I did go, they're probably gonna wanna make me poop in a cup so they can analyze it. And that shit's pretty fucking weird if you ask me. What do I gotta do it in the office while the doctor's making eye contact with me? Or do I do it at home and fucking
Do it at
shit
home,
in a
right?
Yahtzee shaker?
Nah,
And
I'll
just
just
bring
do
it
it
in
in the
Monday
bathroom.
morning like, hey, here you go. Here's a little bit of me that you can test or put under a microscope or whatever the fuck you do with it. Yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'm not going to the doctor, and I sure as hell ain't pooping in a cup. So the following morning rolls around, and, well, I'm still the mayor of Poop City, if you will. Hell, if
Sheesh.
anything, it's slightly worse, because now I got a bad case of hot farts to go along with it.
So now you don't
I
know
decided to
if
roll
it's
the dice and
poop
go
or
to my
fart.
interview anyways. And of course, I show up late as hell because halfway to the dealership, I had to pull over at a Circle K and burst through the door like, hey, can I shit here? I swear I'll buy a pack of gum or something afterwards. I just need a shit. So I sit down for the first time with what would be my future boss. And at first I thought maybe I should like give him a warning beforehand, like, hey, real quick, if I bolt out of this office abruptly, it's not because I'm not interested in the position. I just don't want to shit myself in front of
I just
another
have
grown
to
man. You know what I
boo-boo.
mean? But I decided not to because, well, that would be weird. Now, the good part of this interview was that it was very short. The bad
Thank
part
you.
of this interview was that I totally crop dusted the office with hot farts the entire time.
Tyler, you're a monster. I would not hire you. Because to crop dust the entire interview process, I was smelling. It was just anger me. You're not getting that job if that was me.
Crop dusted the office with hot farts the entire time. So do you have any experience working at a car dealership? No, not yet. but I surely would like to.
You is
That's
trifling.
weird. It suddenly smells like a Kmart in here.
He definitely
Anyways,
smells it.
We're gonna need you to take a drug test. Yeah, I can take a drug test. I can do it right now if it gets me out of here. So we conclude the interview, and I walk out of there before the fucking paint starts peeling off the walls. I show up for my drug test afterwards, still trying to keep my shit together both figuratively and literally. Yeah, hi, I'm here to poop in a cup, or pee in a cup. I meant pee in a cup. I don't poop in cups, okay? Okay then, we'll have somebody escort you back as soon as we can. So I get led back to a bathroom where I can do my business. And of course, when I get in there, I can't take a piss for the life of me. And at first I think, well, maybe I can just shit in the cup instead after all. I've been doing plenty of that lately, why not? Just pop out of there with half a turd in a cup. Hey, you can take this, right? It's all from the same place. No, I'm not doing that. I'm sure my future boss will be getting a phone call 5 minutes later like, hey, yeah, that guy you sent in, I didn't even bother testing him. He's shit in the pee cup, for Christ's sake. I think it's safe to say that he's some sort of crackhead. So I'm standing there, dick in hand, thinking about waterfalls and unkinked garden hoses. Well, all of a sudden, I hear the guy standing outside my door start to whistle.
Does that help you pee? The Andy Griffith song, right? That's Andy Griffith, right? Yeah. Does that help or
At first
not
I'm like,
help?
God damn it, the fucking audacity this guy has to whistle at a time like this. But then suddenly, two things started to happen. One,
It worked.
I started to pee a little.
Ooh, then you started to boo-boo a little?
Not much, but enough. And two, my stomach stopped making that
Oh, that's nice!
and the urge to poop suddenly faded away from me.
Okay.
Like a fucking fart in the wind.
It's magic!
Now, to this day, I don't know if it was the sweet, sweet melody that
Yeah,
is the
Andy
Andy Griffith
Griffith.
whistle, or if the guy outside the door was a fucking witch doctor of some sort, but I couldn't have been more relieved at that moment.
I'm happy for you, Brewstew.
Here's my
Yeah.
tea.
Go ahead!
I feel fantastic. So in the end, I survived the severe case of the poops. I got the job at the shitty car dealership.
It all
and
worked
I
out.
haven't had a goddamn
Okay.
beef and cheddar since.
Please
The
don't ever.
end.
My fault, Arby's. I shouldn't say that. Go ahead and enjoy your beef cheddar sandwich, your meat mountain from Arby's, bro, because why not? Do whatever makes you happy, even if it's freaked out.